Very good evening. The council leader, condemned over his conduct since the Grenfell Tower Fire, said he'll step down tonight. The final straw for Nick Paget-Brown was his barring of residents and the media from Kensington's first council cabinet meeting since the disaster. Well, that earned a rebuke from Downing Street. Jeremy Corbyn kept up the pressure on Theresa May as well, writing to demand more consultation with residents over the public inquiry and more information about those missing or dead. Sky's Charlotte Lomas reports.
What would you say about...
The pressure on the Kensington Council leader had been mounting for weeks. Today, the news many expected, his resignation.
As council leader, I have to accept my share of responsibility for these perceived failings. I have therefore decided to step down as leader of the council as soon as a successor is in place. They will appoint a new deputy leader and cabinet.
It was this that was the final straw.
You keep telling you're taking advice, you're taking the wrong advice.
A council meeting descending into chaos after the public and press were banned from attending, fueling the suspicion of authority already prevalent within the community.
The Conservative group needs to act very quickly to find themselves a new leader, to reconstitute themselves and to take back political control. Because whilst we've had good council workers here for the last 10 days, without political leadership, they're getting nowhere.
Kathy wears no high-vis jacket or official badge, just a simple name tag to show that she's there to help. And like many other local residents, she's been volunteering her time every day since the fire, providing the safety net for others in her community.
We're not official, we don't want to look official, we don't really even see ourselves as volunteers, we're just neighbours helping out our neighbours. But I think we've been conscious that there are people in high-vis and that perhaps might create a barrier between them and people from the community and local residents. So yeah, we're just like our neighbours.
When talking with people in the community here, the lack of faith in authorities and frustration is obvious. They say they felt let down and ignored from the very beginning, and that mistrust is becoming more and more ingrained.
Come on, girl, up.
Joe is one of the hundreds of Grenfell residents still living in a hotel since the fire. He says more widespread changes are needed to make a difference.
I think it's too little too late, in my opinion. He should have gone the moment that it was clear just how wholly underperforming RBKC had been in the wake of this tragedy. I mean, they didn't even have to do everything themselves. There are various emergency protocols that they can call upon. And the fact that they didn't even bother to do that speaks volumes, you know? Now the group seemed to... At first, the group, he offered his resignation to the Tory group and they refused it. Now it seems that they think that he can be a sacrificial lamb. I don't think now it's enough. I think they all need to resign. If they really want to see if they have the support of the local community, they should immediately force by-elections in all of their wards in order to prove that people in the area still support them. Because frankly, I don't think they'd win a single one.
The vacuum of support left in the early days of the disaster is now almost too big to fill. For many in the community, the damage has been done, and whatever the next steps, it will require the help of those trusted since the start. Charlotte Lomas, Sky News.